Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies, and here's your host, Jason Marshall.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking out the show. I got a good one for you today. A Rapping Weatherman from Canada will be on. Don't worry, he's not taking Frankie's spot. Frankie will be on too. My first guest recorded an episode with me last year. It was supposed to be the comeback of We Don't Have Cookies, but things happened and that episode wasn't released. Thankfully, he's come back for the first time. We are going to be meeting face to face from the Gold Coast of Australia. He is the first legally blind person to write, produce, direct, and star in a feature film unassisted. It's Gough. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, Jason, and yourself?
I'm splendid as fuck. It's
That's
nice to
good.
see. It's nice to see you. I'm sure you wish you could say the same.
Well, yes, indeed. But no, it's a nice day here on the Gold Coast, so I'm not complaining at all. It's good times, and look, I'm in the future, so it's it's Thursday morning. We've all survived until no one's pressed the button yet. We're all okay.
I have a question, and I think enough time has passed for this not to seem insensitive, but there was a tragedy a few years ago in Australia where the country was on fire, and I always wondered, how does a country surrounded by water have that happen? It looks like if you guys jumped in the ocean and splashed really hard, the problem would be solved.
Well, that is one solution. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good that you're providing solutions.
Pretty smart, huh? I
Well,
almost tweeted that to your country. Hey guys, I figured it out.
well,
Everybody
considering
go
our
buy a bucket, have a single form line, just start passing it down and chucking it. We're going to
well,
get this
well,
done.
considering our prime minister at the moment, you may as well have tweeted out. It's as good as any ideas he's had recently. So you may as well.
Well, speaking of recent ideas, you have a new film that's coming out. Why don't you tell us about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's not just coming out; it is out. It's there for
Ah,
everybody to download and enjoy. So yes, indeed, it's called The Education System. It's a mockumentary about the education system. So basically, it starts off with 13 sketches to show how the education system may or may not be beneficial to the youth of today. And then there's some interviews with a fake politician and a fake union leader. We've got parents of school-aged children and also an employer. So I've tried to cover the whole rainbow of people involved in the education system in this. It goes for about 30 minutes, and it's like I say, it's hopefully a humorous look at the education system, generally speaking. So yeah, and of course, beernutsproductions.com is the only place to get it. So you have to actually go to the Beer Nuts Productions website to download a copy.
I really identified with the fireman in the film who showed up. I don't want to say too much, but he shows up and he's more concerned with painting the fire than anything. And I thought, wow, that's me. I have zero desires to put fires out, but I do like to watch them. So
Well. So there's for all the pyromaniacs listening, Jason's on board. But yeah, no, look,
yeah,
that's just one of the little sketches that we did to open proceedings there. But yeah, look, like I say, I wanted to do. I thought it'd be a fun way to demonstrate how, like I say, how the education system may or may not be useful to folks out there with certain professions. So yeah, hopefully my point. I'm not a very subtle person. I mean, you've seen quite a few of my films.
that's right.
My comedy can't be described as being subtle, so it's probably a not so subtle demonstration of the education system.
Fun fact, about 2 years ago, I had a bonfire that I kept going for, it went over 48 days. I lost track after that, but got a lot of
Well,
stuff. Yeah, I cut down a ton of trees. I still got a couple hundred more to go, and I'll be done. But yeah, I've been hard at work with that. Um, one thing I wanted to ask you, I really enjoyed the film, but the narrator really got my attention, and I hope this doesn't come across insulting or anything, but he had a very like a Cockney British accent, but it was like a Cockney Australian, and I loved that. I never quite heard that affect in a voice before. I loved it.
Fair enough. No, well, there's not much I can add. Look, I cast the films myself. I mean, this is actually the biggest cast I've used. So there's actually 52 cast members in this film because there's
Uh-huh.
13 voiceovers and then there's also 39 on-screen actors as well. So it's a massive cast that I've got. They all did an absolutely fantastic job, but it's really important to me at the very start of every project that I get just the right actor for just the right role. So I take a lot of time and care in casting the films and making sure I get actors in for auditions and making sure I get just the right person. So no, I'm really pleased that you liked his style.
I gotta say, of all your films, I think this was your best cast one so far.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, like I say, it's really important. I mean, we've all gone and seen a movie, and the script might have been great, and the direction might have been great, but like the lead actor was that bad that it just ruined the whole experience for you. And of course, I don't want that to be my film. So, yeah, I take a lot of care and time. And obviously, I write the script and I direct it. So, nobody knows these characters and the situations better than myself. So, I take, like I say, I make sure that I'm very particular with who I get to do each role. But yeah, no, it's a very important part of the filmmaking process to make sure that you've got just the right actors. And like I say, like you, I was really happy with what they gave me and the work they did. It was and under trying circumstances as well because we had like flooding rains when we were filming, but like we got everything done. But it was a struggle at times with the cast and crew just because of the rains that we had. I mean, our makeup artist Maddie, poor Maddie was flooded out of her house. The rains were that bad.
Wow.
So yeah, it was terrible behavior. So yeah, so they did a wonderful job under very stressful working conditions. It has to be said. So I give nothing but credit to the cast and crew on this one.
In the beginning, I saw you outside and you were standing on the sidewalk by the road, and I was just waiting for somebody to come by and splash you. But I guess you
well,
guys are a lot nicer in Australia than we are in America because that would have happened.
Well, there's been a few times where I've done sort of roadside filming, and you always get one dickhead beat their horn or something like that, and you have to do another take. So, yeah, those things, when you're outside within the community and you're filming, those things can happen. Absolutely, they can. So, luckily, I didn't get splashed. It was a pretty major thoroughfare kind of a road that we were on, so people can't really slow down to be jerks. So,
Well,
yeah, it
that's
was a
good.
pretty safe one, that one. But yeah, it was pouring rain. We had to poor Scott, who's my production man. We stuck him in the corner of a bus stop because obviously got to keep the equipment as dry as we can. So we kind of were filming out of a bus stop, which I mean, you got to make it work. How you got to make it work?
Now, one thing I want to ask you, you are legally blind, correct?
That is correct. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Prior to that, how long have you been illegally blind, and where did you go to get your blindness license at? How's
Well,
that
well,
work?
there's a special place you can go where only special people get to attend, and unfortunately for you, Jason, you're just not quite special enough. So, yeah, I can't. Sadly for you, I can't divulge such information.
Okay. Hey, fair enough.
It's like a secret handshake, man, and you don't know the handshake.
Now, do you have any funny stories from behind the scenes of this film?
Well, just I mean, not so funny, but so like I say, I had 52 actors. So I had three come down with COVID just a couple of days before the
Wow.
shoot who needed to be replaced. So that caused a bit of stress. And then we had the weather as well. Like I said, I'm not kidding. Like it was like flooding rains that we had. We were shooting over 2 days, and
Hmm.
both days were like monsoonal rains. I've never seen rain like it. So there was times because we filmed in one location. We did about 5 scenes, at the one location, and most of them were outside scenes. So we were like just sort of holding off, and then we were like, we can't wait no longer. Got to get outside and film. Actually, one of the scenes, the mathematics scene that we do, where there's a pedestrian walking along the sidewalk there. Aaron, I've worked with Aaron before, and he's a really good guy, Aaron. And I said to him, listen, buddy, we're just going to have to do it. You know, we don't have any more time. We just got to go. And he's like, that's okay. I shower in this stuff, so it's totally fine. And then he's a good man, Aaron. And then later on, I'm like, I'm really sorry, Aaron, but we got to shoot your scene again. I just want a little bit different. And he's like, that's okay. I drink the stuff all the time, so I don't mind standing in it. So he was he was a real good sport, Aaron. He did a real and look, it's a very funny scene. He did a really fantastic job. But yeah, if you look closely, the poor lad is absolutely soaking. But you know, I did dry him off. I did give him a nice fluffy towel after we'd finished, so he was okay at the end. Yes.
Well, Guff, we have a very special guest joining us. He's one of the regulars of We Don't Have Cookies. He's part of the family here. It is the one and only John the Songman. How you doing, John?
Oh, it's great being back as always, my friend, and great being back. And who's the guest for tonight again?
It's Guff from Beer Nuts Productions. He's a legally blind filmmaker.
Well, Guff, I'm so happy you're the guest because just like you said, you're family with the rest because you always do your best. And I'm pretty sure after this interview, he's going to mail you something from Federal Express.
And by the way, he is in Australia. I don't know if I told you that, but
nope, didn't say that.
Yeah, so I'm not sending him shit. It's too much. Sorry, guys.
You're not kidding on that. Yeah, and I know you take your thing. It's great talking you got and everything. It's so great being on the air with you.
No, it's lovely to meet you as well.
Oh, definitely. Well, what I would like to know for you, like if I asked this last time though, but I'll ask a different one. If there's something that you would hope to get, probably I want to say till 23 begins. What would you say would be 22's biggest goal before we head up to 2023?
Well, I think my biggest goal for 2022 would be to make as many films as I can. I mean, I've just released my first one for the year, which is actually Beer Nuts Productions' 25th film, which is a really cool achievement. But I'd love to make sure that I could get at least another one or two out before the end of the year. So, you know, I want to produce as much comedy work as I can and make people laugh and have a good time. So yeah, that would be my biggest goal for the year. What about you? What's your biggest goal for 2022?
Oh, I don't know. I would just say making a big happy save the kitchen and everything and making life even better because I know for sure Jason gets sick of the weather because he just wants me to make me being back on the show to make his show even better because I know he gets sick of seeing this awful looking pandemic weather.
That's very true. It's raining here, and I am tired of it.
Yeah. Oh, and Guff, I would just like to say one thing. Take me out to see Jason, 'cause I want him a night eating Cracker Jacks. While we watch his guest Guff his actor some slaps that he has done from the past. While we want our big laps, 'cause I know how much he just watching his movies by kicking ass.
I love it. That's great, man.
That is great.
And you're a big wrestling fan. So, correct. What do you think? Is he Guff and he's the stuff? You like that?
Oh, God damn you, Jason. You took that right out of my mouth. I should have said be me better. And that's a good one right there. With the stuff in the rough and stuff because he's total buff. What else could I say? He's got the stuff. He's got the puff. And I think he's tough enough.
Well, I think if I was a wrestler, you know when they introduce you into the ring, I think they'd have to say 200 pounds of man candy from Australia. It's golf. That's what I think they need to introduce me as.
Well, the weather outside is frightful, and Guff is so delightful. And since there's no wrestling promotion right now for him to go, let him go look for a ring in the snow to give a low blow to a hoe.
Well, Guff, it was nice talking to you. Want to make sure you get to promote something before you go, but I would like to play a little game if you don't mind.
Yep, sure.
We've clearly established that he's legally blind, but how many fingers am I holding up?
I think that's 4 that you've got there, Jason.
That's incredible, because I got 3 on this hand.
See, I told you, man, us blind
There,
people, we see things you don't.
there is no tricking guff. All right, buddy. What would you like to promote before you go?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Just, beernutsproductions.com for all your entertainment needs. Obviously, you can download the education system on beernutsproductions.com. And of course, all of our social media is up and about. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, of course, absolutely. So yeah, just type in Beer Nuts Productions and we come up and download some of our hilarious work, and hopefully you enjoy what we do, because that's what it's all about, is giving people a bit of a light relief and fun entertainment. So yeah, just beernutsproductions.com.
All right, Guff, it was great talking to you. Hopefully we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. See you, fellas. Have a great one.
Bye.
You too.
All right, bud. How's it going? This is, I think, your first time on YouTube anyway, where it's just me and you.
I wasn't even aware I was on YouTube. There were some problems yesterday, actually, but I'm glad it's back to normal for this.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
All just hanging up and everything. I've been getting ready for some family thing on vacation and everything. Lost my grandma this past weekend, but everything's going pretty good and everything being gone. It's great to be
I'm
back,
sorry
as
to hear
always.
about your grandmother.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jason.
Where are you guys going on vacation?
I'll do Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the first time. This will be exciting for everything. And if I'm not available, but I'm still gonna try to do my best if I get on you for everything.
All right.
That'll kill time for you as always, Jason, my friend.
You going to get some of that Colorado cabbage while you're there?
I would agree so. And everything. But actually, the question is, how far have you been? It felt like almost been a year probably since you asked me to join.
Man, I've been really busy. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday,
Well,
and
happy birthday.
thanks. I got a couple of new clients this week, and I've started selling my firewood and trying to get that arranged with certain people, and it's been very busy, man.
Oh, definitely.
But I like it that way.
Oh, definitely. And then, well, I don't think I even asked you. I asked him earlier, but is there anything bigger for 22? Because it's already, I am surprised it's already been, I think you told me in January to join, but then that got delayed again. But is there anything
Yeah.
big for 22 for the show?
Right now, I'm just kind of taking it as it goes, because I never expected to do anything on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
uh, you know, the podcast is doing really well. I'm not sure if YouTube's getting over or not, but we'll find
Yeah,
out.
I joined a podcast. I'm on every Tuesday, like last night that they go join on YouTube. So it's not going to be that hard to do it on YouTube and everything. So you're just getting started with this. I'm sure you're going to make big viewership for this.
Yeah, I always really do too much, and it usually bites me in the ass because
I apologize, John. We got delayed again.
yeah, because I'm trying to sell the firewood and just all kinds of other stuff while trying to work full time and keep all the stuff going on around the house cleaned and doing dinners and mowing the grass now and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to being an adult, unfortunately.
Oh,
Because I love the
what's
winter
like,
time, because in the
what
winter
can
time,
I
I can
say?
just kinda sit around the house, watch YouTube and all that, but once spring starts, man, I gotta be outside, like, all day long or I'm in
Well,
trouble.
that's the question, I would say. Is there anything for the podcast that you're going to be filming for this outside?
Uh, well, I got a, Canadian rapper coming on here, should be here in just a few minutes, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, one thing that I really want you on for is,
Okay,
I don't know if you remember Darren Carter, the party starter.
I probably do. But it's
He,
been too many to remember, actually. But I think I probably will if I see the face. But he wasn't on live when this all started with Zoom.
he's a good comedian, and he was asked a couple of times to perform at Snoop Dogg's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
And
Was that
and
actually the one you told me to do a recording for this? Because
yeah,
that's probably
yeah,
who I'm
so I'm
thinking of.
sure he would love to meet you because you did 2 songs for him, but,
Oh, And definitely, well, didn't you actually say once before last year that Dan Seven was on before?
Yeah, yeah, and he'll
Yeah,
be coming up too.
yeah,
But right now,
that's definitely got to be the one I got me on for then, because he doesn't forget when I met him when he asked me to film.
well, John, I have a guest I need to bring on, so I'm gonna have to let you go. I'll let you stick around till the intro, but I'm
Okay.
really excited to bring this guy on. The second I saw him, I immediately asked him to be on the show. He was like midway through a rap, and I was like, "Holy shit!" DM'd the guy from Ontario, Canada. It's GB, the Rapping Weatherman. What's up, man? How you
Yo,
doing?
what's up, man? I'm good. You hear me good? You hear me good?
I'm good, man. Yeah,
Alrighty.
yeah, I'm splendid as fuck. It's
Yeah,
good to see
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Right. I mean, look, I always wear this, man. It's part of my character, let's say, right? The rapping weather man,
Uh-huh.
right? Because I got this nice chain on, I got the suit on, and I got the dope hat that's kind of looking a little bit dope, maybe I should say, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
love the hat. I think I told you that before, or maybe I didn't, but I love that hat.
yeah. Yeah, like it's a really great one, right? I like it, and it's nice, I think, and it really works well, I think, whenever I rap, right? Like it's so
Yeah.
kind of cool, and it's yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I love the
shiny.
presentation of it. So,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
long have
yeah, right.
you
I mean,
been
it's fun.
sorry,
So
go ahead.
let me ask you a question now.
All right.
Uh, we don't have cookies, right? Where
Yeah.
did you come up with that name?
Well, I came up with like this list of names before, and this was
Yeah.
one of them. And I sent the list out to all my buddies, and I was like, "Which one do you like the most?" And then I took the one that came up first, and it was just one of those random things. It was between "We Don't Have Cookies" and "Jason and Stuff." That was almost the name of my podcast, was just
Hmm.
Jason and Stuff. But you know, it's
Well, I mean,
been
look,
around
we
7
don't
years now.
have Cookies Man is such the most random, but like the best name because it just right. I mean, it works. Like it just. I mean, it works.
I appreciate
I
that.
mean, like it. Right. I mean, it works. I think it works. I mean,
One thing I
hey.
love One thing I love is the initials are WDHC, and I do a thing where, well, I was doing a thing called Neighbor News, but then I started thinking, if I could start trying to mess with certain things and call people up and be like, "Yeah, my name is Jason. I'm with WDHC News." It sounds like a television station, so I thought maybe I can get some people to open up that way. We'll see what happens, though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. I mean, I'm. I mean, yeah. Look, it's a great show, right? Frankie have always told me
Yeah.
about it. He was like, "We don't have cookies." Podcast next. I'm like, "We don't have what coming up next?" And I was like, "Oh, well, wow! Look at all these names. Like, there's Bass Guy Show. Have you ever told
Yeah,
me about that?"
I was on there a couple years ago. It's a good guy. Jack
I mean,
Casey,
like,
right? Or is it
yeah. I
John?
mean, like, you
Okay.
guys are all just like friends, right? You're in like that big friend group of
Yeah.
podcast dudes, and like you are. So look, you run a podcast, joining someone else's podcast, and I'm like, wow, man, that's such a people that run podcasts join other people's podcasts. Like it's so like cool, I think, on how that works, right? Like
Yeah.
you also get to join someone else's. There is the Joey Only show, if you know that guy.
Mhm.
Frankie always, of course, talks about that. I'm on a show,
Yeah.
the Shuli show. You must know Shuli, right? Maybe.
No, I haven't heard of her.
Well, I mean, yeah. So Frankie likes to go on all those shows, and sometimes I also go on those ones. But of course, I'm here right now, and I'm on
Yeah.
your show, and
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
it is fun, and I
So
like to rap, of course.
how long have you been rapping?
Well, probably around 2 to 3 years. I would say
Mhm.
around 3 years, right? Right when I started, I was horrible, but
It
I mean,
takes
of
time, yeah.
course, I was young, right? So
Mhm.
I didn't really feel like that I was bad till I looked at those same exact videos now, and I'm like, I wasn't that great, and I was,
I
but
I
the
know
what
that feeling, man.
now, I've really, really, really stepped it up some
Yes.
exact how, and I have made probably over like 200 to 300 raps on my page, maybe.
Really?
Some of them are like, of course, 1 to like 2 or so minutes. Some of them are under 1 minute. Some of them are just to support businesses. Those I actually used to do, and now I just kind of do some rapping the weather and everything like that. But sometimes I rap for some radio stations. I got on the radio station once before. Did the weather. I got on the news before. I mean,
Nice.
it's just all about putting yourself out there, right? Because
Yeah.
if you don't, then
For
it's
sure.
it's like, it's where do like you expect like to be, right? People that are always like share this, right? Like share this. Well, I mean, how about you post it first instead of just telling everybody to share my new song? It's like, yo,
Yeah.
just post it and let everybody know first, right? So what I like to do is I like to post it, but though I have to make it interesting, right? I'm not just gonna make something that nobody is interested in, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
fun. TikTok too, I also have too. I mean, it's fun getting to kind of know your audience, right? I mean, it's fun. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I met Frankie a few months ago, actually last year, and it is just fun, right? I mean, right? It's all about having fun, man, right? As long as you're
Yeah.
having fun like me, I mean.
That's right. That's how all of this started for me. I was just kinda screwing around. I did, stand-up comedy for just a little bit, which led to me getting on the radio, which led to me being invited to write for some TV show, and then it turned out I got to be on the radio all the time, and then somehow I ended up here, and it all started from me doing comedy for just a handful of times. I don't know how long I was doing it, but, it was all started from something small, and it started from something I'm not even doing anymore. So you
Yeah,
never know where life's gonna lead you, man.
yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, hey,
So
look, stand up is fun. Other with, of course, saying the who was it again? Shuli, right? That
Mhm.
that guy who I was mentioning earlier. He also does stand up, and he is pretty popular, and I mean, it's pretty fun to meet all these guys that do stand up, and I know that you just obviously said it, right, because you also do it also too, and I mean, look, listening uh listening to that is fun sometimes, not gonna lie, it's really fun. uh
that's how I could relate to you saying that you saw videos of yourself and you were like, "Oh, man."
no, no, no,
Years later,
yeah,
you look back and you're like, "Oh." And, I
yeah,
do the same thing.
yeah, yeah, like it's really it's really looking, of course, back, right, I like my old like videos, it's just like, man, what the hell was I even doing? But though everybody at that time also was thinking the same exact thing, right? If they, of
Mhm.
course, would have looked back at it, right? So it's like, say that I was rapping at a studio, which I, of course, was in my that I think took me to one back in 2017, I think. And well, I mean, just listening to that, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, wow. I was just like rapping some weird stuff. This is the best. This is the best. This is the best. I'm like, what? I said the same thing like 500 times. And I'm like, this is the best. I make cool sounds. And then it was because I was also making some cool sound effects, right? Like air horn sounds, flute sounds, and I was just like, this is the best. I make sounds, and I was freaking doing all that stuff. I mean, it was really fun. Because I mean, I was gaining a lot of followers from it, right? But then
Mhm.
once puberty hit, you know, that squeak kind of went a little bit more like it was like really, really, really bad. Okay, so whenever I would try to make the sound now, it wouldn't work great. So then I had to switch on to some other stuff, right? I
gotta stop you real quick. We
yeah.
have a special guest joining us, and once they leave, I'll talk to you a little bit more.
No,
But
yeah, you know, man.
I want to bring
Sure.
him in. It's the world's most famous weatherman and YouTube
Frankie.
sensation, the podcast
Frankie.
official weatherman, Frankie MacDonald. Frankie, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great so far. The weather's going to rain on Friday night in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and it's supposed to be lots of showers in Vancouver, British Columbia this weekend, and combination clear skies and showers, cool temperatures in Greater Vancouver, British Columbia as well. It's going to clear up on Friday. It's going to be a lot of snow. It'll still be cold in Winnipeg for the weekend as well. On Good Friday and Easter Sunday in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and up around Central States, going to get some showers in New York City and all these places that temperatures. There's 2 different shower systems heading for New York and things like this. It's going to be another severe weather outbreak in somewhere in the Central States next week as well, because this is the time of the year for tornadoes in the States.
Yeah, we had, I think it was 2019 or 2019 in Dayton. We had like 8 of them in one day. It was insane.
It was really, really bad.
Yeah, that's for sure. So how you doing, buddy? It looks
I'm
like
doing
you're
great
at
so far.
Steel City. Is that right?
I'm doing great so far.
Good. And I want to thank you for introducing me to my guest today. If it wasn't for you, we
That
wouldn't be
means
doing
that
this.
I'd like to introduce to another guy named Trey Campbell.
Okay. Yeah, I remember getting a link from you, and I need to contact that guy. It'd be nice to have him on the show.
Yes.
Yep, and also you should also contact Shuley, right? Frankie Shuley needs to be on, right, Frankie?
Yes. Shuley needs to be on. Imogen needs to be on. Bass guy needs to be on at some point.
All right. Hey, that sounds good, man. I was on Bass Guy's show. It's only fair that I ask him to be on here, huh? All right, Frankie. It's great talking to you, man. Is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
My Twitter is @FrankieMcD. My Facebook is FrankieMcDonald. My Instagram is FrankieMcD1984. My TikTok is FrankDonald1984. My Clap is FrankDonald1984. My Twitch is FrankDonald1984. My Snapchat is FrankieMacDonald. And my Facebook fan page is my Facebook public figure page is Frankie MacDonald with a blue check mark. And my LinkedIn's Frankie MacDonald. And my YouTube channel is Dogs and Wolves. Best of luck to you. I'm Frankie Dog. You're listening to We Don't Have Cookies radio show.
Have a great day, Frankie.
Yep. Frankie.
All right.
In the
Sorry
chat,
about
man.
that. I
Frankie's
just
the
wanted
best.
He was outside, and I thought, I don't want to make this guy stand outside forever. So I had to cut you off.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. When he was on my
yeah,
live,
I'd love you to
on,
do a rap for the show someday, man. That would be awesome.
I could actually, you know what? Whenever you actually want me to, man, I could just do one. Like, it's fine. I don't care.
All right. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Now, one thing I want you to do, because I have to wrap it up here soon, but I wanted to make sure that I had you do this before we leave, and I think it's a perfect note to go out on. Can you do the rap that I first saw, which is how we got introduced?
Well, that one was written, yes.
Okay.
I didn't memorize that, and I had trouble to actually get it like right. And also half of it was just off like my mind, so I didn't really write that rap. Half it was, I mean, it was all off my mind. But what it could do is I could freestyle about Frankie with like the same exact like words almost. But I mean, like I can't do the same exact thing over it because that was a freestyle. But
because you can rap really, really quick. It's very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, right? I mean, it's just it's fun and and if you of course want, then I could just do like another Frankie freestyle rap, but I can't rap the same exact thing over again. But
nah, that's fine.
No, you know what? If you want, I have like a beat ready because I was thinking that you would maybe want me to rap if I'm.
All right. Hey, sounds good to
it's
me,
up
man.
To you, though.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's I haven't heard of this beat yet, so y'all already know that it's Frankie McD. You could see him on the motherfucking TV. Yeah, man, look, Frankie McD on the radio station, tracking the weather, precipitation, and it got you with the information in any sort of situation, and it got you with the weather every single day. So y'all already know what's like a pressure Frankie with the comedy videos on the show. We don't have cookies, yo. Y'all already know that I'm a rookie, cause it's like my first time on, so I gotta go spit the song for this guy, yeah, Jason. Looking at me when I'm racing, pacing. Literally everybody really wanna taste it, but I take a bar and I will never waste it. So Frankie McD is the weatherman G that you could go see on the TV screen. Looking at him making up the green. Frankie with the fans, y'all already know we understand. GB rapping weatherman, we gonna go and spit it. Looking at us kill it with the weather. People gonna get it, gonna go tell you the weather all together. Gonna go make this rap a whole lot better. Tracking the weather, we tracking the storm. It's Frankie MacDonald, he got a warning. Looking at him, looking at the radar. Frankie McD tracking the weather so far with the forecast. Frankie MacDonald, yeah, 10 years more could he last. Y'all already know that he got his own podcast on the way, but he doesn't really matter, but he's buzzing on. We don't have Cookie, Shuli, Joey, only anybody that you want, or if the weather is rainy or snowy, cause he got you with the weather. And yes, nobody owns him, and yes, nobody owns me, but yes, Frankie is out there, so you gotta care when we're on the air. Frankie McD is the weatherman, right? I mean, it's fun.
I love it, dude. I don't know how you can rap that fast on a freestyle. That is incredible.
I mean, yes, guys, it is hard. It is hard to rap that fast.
Yeah.
When you are like rapping that fast, coming up with stuff on the top of like your mind. I mean, normally rappers now, right, like to of course rap slower whenever they're freestyling, but I mean, I like to just do it fast and slow, man, whatever. I mean, it's I think it's fun. That was of course obviously a little bit of something, right? It wasn't my best, but I mean, because I didn't like, write that or anything like that, and I didn't really like, okay, look, that Frankie rap, how did you find it? Let me ask. I know that Frankie probably sent it because he sends my stuff to everybody sometimes, but
I was doing I think it was a test show or a test stream, and I looked over at my phone and Frankie invited me to something, and I was like, well, I'm in the middle of this, so I didn't join. And then I saw that it was some kind of a group thing he wanted me to join with me and you. And I thought, well, who's this guy? And I went to check you out, and I thought, oh my God. I mean, the first time I heard you rap, I instantly sent you a message after that because I was like, I have to talk to this guy. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you mind doing another one about the podcast? That would be great.
Podcast? Sure.
Yeah, but we don't have cookies.
Yeah. Just one quick second here until I get a beat going. But I mean, yeah.
How do you get your beats? Podcast. Is that something that you?
Tell me first, maybe about the podcast, like a little bit, like a little bit more.
Yeah, it's just a laid back comedy show. I talk to guys like you. I come up with usually the stupidest questions I can think of. And
okay.
Yeah, it's been going for about 7 years. You good now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
I don't need to really hear anymore. I'm not gonna make like a story out of this,
Yeah.
It's but we're gonna go and make a rap about it. So here we go. Yeah. Wait, let me think 1 second. Jason says he asks people stupid questions. Hold on. Y'all already know that it's We Don't Have Any Cookies podcast. Wait, when, how long will it last? Y'all already know, man, everybody gotta spit it fast right now. Like Smash Money over here with the fast ass rap. So y'all really gotta know that it's We Don't Have Any Cookies. I'm on the show, yeah, I'm a rookie. Look at this comedy show. Everybody really gotta know about it. Looking at me, telling everybody, man, about it, man, I really gotta get it. So I really gotta shout about it. Y'all already know, man, I've been over here right now looking at me, and I never fear when I'm coming on this podcast with Frankie McD. Everybody really gotta see Jason and me when I'm coming, Jason facing. Yes, you know that I'm embracing, looking at this, and it's really interesting. So y'all really gotta know me and Jason too, so everybody really gotta follow. We don't have any cookies podcast. Man, I'm really over here, really gonna see how long it lasts with the Ras Hats. Man, look, I'm really over here right now with Jason. Y'all already know that I'm over here facing on this podcast. Man, we be doing the comedy videos, looking at me in the studio, rapping, yes, looking at me, and who will maybe get to know on the podcast. Oh wait, man, like 5 to 15 minutes. Oh wait, but man, I got more time, so man, I gotta sing it. Y'all already know I'm like my hammy eat because I bring it, but I watch out before I sing it. Freaking McD, this is the last line. Looking at me spit it with the fast line. Everybody really wanna see me rapping like a genius on this live. Hold the wait, man, we don't have cookies. Wait, if we don't have cookies, I'm not interested on the way to the podcast though. So yes, I'm interested in it. So y'all already know, man, I really gotta bring it right now. Shout out to the show, shout out to the show, shout out to everybody really gotta know that we don't have any cookies right now. So everybody really gotta go and follow this show. Y'all already know his name is Jason. Jason facing and I'm bracing. So we're really gonna tell you right now. Looking at me, never write down this freestyle. So we're really gonna sing this right now. Yeah, man, we don't have cookies. Yeah, we don't have cookies. Yeah, so we don't have cookies. You know what? If we don't have cookies, I'm gonna get a brownie instead. If we don't have cookies, if we don't have cookies, yeah. Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, you are incredible, man. You are extremely talented. For real.
Yeah, well, that was just a little fun, not gonna lie. I was
I
Yeah,
like
well,
the
I mean,
brownie part.
that
That
was
was great,
fun.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
man, I don't normally do this, but I would love for you to be a regular on the show if you're up for it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. When is
Okay.
it though? Because sometimes I work, but if it's like the same exact time at night, then I could likely, or if
Okay.
it's past like 9 o'clock Eastern time, yeah.
All right, cool, man. I appreciate that. And I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
I mean,
having you
yeah,
on
sure,
again,
man.
man. You're
I'm
like
other
I
than a
said,
rapper
you're
too, man. I
insanely
could,
talented.
yeah, right. I mean, look, I also do the weather too, so keep also that in mind. But Frankie's your weather man, so that's I
Yeah.
could be number two, but I mean that's fine. But but I mean, look, if there's any funny stuff that uh, like happening, then I could get into that, right? Follow with kind of the flow of the show, maybe. Whatever you want, man. Look, man. Whatever you want me to do on your show, man, I'll like do it, man. Gladly,
All
I
right.
will do it. Like
Yeah,
I'm up
sounds
for
good.
it. Like
I
flow of the
know a
show, right?
comedian named Top 10 Ken, and
Yeah,
he's a good rapper too. So maybe one day I can have both of you on and you can both freestyle. That'd be a lot of fun,
yeah,
man.
man. Oh, I mean, that would be pretty fun. I might
Yeah.
I mean I have uh, uh done it with a few other rappers once. They're not like super famous, but some of them are pretty, good, and some of them are kind of maybe famous or so. Some of them are not, but I mean, hey, man, whoever it is, I will bring my best. So
All right, I appreciate it, man.
freestyling is fun. Yeah.
It was really good meeting you, and I appreciate you being on the show. And thanks for coming, man.
Always.
Like I said, the quickness that you use in those freestyles is just unreal. Never
Yeah.
seen
I mean,
anything
look,
like
I
it.
mean, it's all about kind of choosing words that you could flow with, right? It's like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna use some big words whenever I'm like rapping fast, right? You could even look at the greatest, rappers and like Logic, Shady, or like whatever his name is, uh Eminem. You could uh they always, whenever they rap fast, right? Well, this is of course more like for Logic than I guess Eminem always adds the most complex words. So let's maybe go to Logic on this. Whenever he spits like the fast flows, right? He has like the words that he could like really kind of say easier, right? Than all these complex words. Although sometimes I could maybe fit in a few words that are bigger, right? I mean there's like a lot of words, right?
Mhm.
Let me think of a word here. Uh television, like, so I'd be like looking at me when I'm rapping on the television, looking at me with the vision. Everybody gotta listen. So it's like I fit that, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, so it's like that, right? So I kind of really gotta fit in it, right? And then I kind of think about the rhymes that I can maybe use that I of course have in like my head, right, set up, and then I kind of just go on with it. So I mean, it's really kind of fun. I like it,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I got a guy coming up. His name is Darren Carter. He performed a couple of times at Snoop Dogg's birthday party. Really good guy. And
Ooh,
I don't know if you saw earlier, but I had a guy named John the Songman come on, and he does. I don't think you saw him, but he does these songs for guests, and he messed Derek Carter's up quite a few times, which is kind of a running gag on the show. And I told John that I would like him to be on to meet Darren, and I think that you would be a great makeup rap for Darren to finally have a rap for himself. So
yeah,
I'll try to make
yeah. I mean,
sure that I can
hey
work
man,
him into the schedule for you.
yeah. I mean, hey, just call me up whenever I guess you would like me to. Mostly I'm free, but if I'm working, then I won't be. But I mean, hey, I don't really work that late, so it's fine. But I mean, it's fun. I mean, look, rapping man, as I of course said, right, the weather and everything like that. I post some raps, and I of course will be posting more. But
You're
though,
also
could
a
I get
storm chaser
your
too, right?
what? What is
I
it?
I I saw that you're a storm chaser too, right?
Yeah, but I don't drive yet.
Okay.
But technically, you don't have to drive. You could use a bike or a skateboard, but I mean, like, I'm not quite there yet. So, sometimes I see one and I will kind of follow it, right? I won't go far, clearly, if I'm on a little skateboard, longboard. But I mean, hey, I like to track them, chase them, and it's fun. What is your Instagram? Let me ask. I don't think I follow you yet.
It's we don't have cookies.
Oh well, I mean, I think I follow you based on what I just. Oh yeah. Oh no wait. Oh yeah. Look, see, look. Is that it?
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Well, I gotta get you some more followers on that.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
You're on Twitter more, right? Probably,
Um
right?
yeah, I don't really use a lot of social media. I just started the YouTube thing like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Last week was my first official show here.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm more of a
I thought you were doing this for like years. I was like, man,
oh,
this guy's
I've
been
been
doing this for
doing
years,
the
bro. This guy's really good at it.
I've been doing
I
the
gotta put.
podcast for years. This is because it was audio only. I started that in 2015, and then
Yeah, right. Because
I
you were
shifted
like
to
on
video.
like uh, you were on a show, right? As you said, or like a radio show, right? As you
Yeah,
said,
I
somehow.
did radio for a while, and then I switched over to this, and that's where
Yeah.
most of
Well,
the
what's
people
so
that
weird is that everybody that I have been on a podcast with has either done radio, and it's like, I mean, it's like everybody has that in common. And well, I mean, that's clearly what I have noticed, right? Because everybody knows how to talk to guests, right? Like, you obviously
Mhm.
know how to talk to, like, guests, right? Sometimes if I was a host, maybe on live, I wouldn't know how to maybe, you know, talk as smoothly. But I mean, hey, that is why I don't have my own podcast. Well, that is why I like to join other people's podcasts. So then I'm the guest and they're the host.
It is
And I could,
easier to
for
be the
once,
guest.
tell them about me instead of me telling them about me. like,
Yeah.
hi. I am GB the Weatherman and everything like that, right?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I mean, sometimes I like to go on live, right?
Mhm.
Instagram live. So I mean, hey, if you ever wanna, hop on with maybe me and Frankie, whenever
Okay.
you are free, then you are welcome.
Yeah,
Uh,
sounds good. And
Frankie
if
would
you
love
want to
to see
send
you on
people
live,
over
of
to the
course. And
YouTube
there's
channel, I'd
other, yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, oh yeah, man, always.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
man.
I'll be talking to you very soon. I promise you that.
Yeah. I mean, just text me on Twitter, I guess, whatever. I answer on there. I answer on almost everywhere, so that's fine.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to say before you go?
Yes, guys. You should follow my Instagram at Gabriel Barodo. And it's fun. If you ever want to see the weather, rapping, whatever. I also have TikTok, horrifying horror, which I actually I recommend people horror films, and I mean and I actually get a lot of views for that, so I just kept on going, and I'm at like almost 70,000 followers on
Wow.
that, which is actually
Nice.
kind of really nuts. I'm like, what the hell? When was I ever gonna get all this? I mean, that's on my TikTok though. So I mean, yeah, and then there's my Snapchat, which obviously, if you wanna text me, whatever, I don't post on Snapchat, but it's at Gabriel Barodo 1. And I mean, yes, fun fact, when I was making my Snapchat page back in like 2016 or like 2017, on my I actually wanted to do Gabriel Barodo, but then it chose that extra 1 at the end, which I have no idea why. So then I kind of just left it like that. So hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know how you feel. I'm Jason Marshall 2 on Twitter. So
yeah,
it happened to me
like
too.
it's like, man, like it asked me to add an extra like number. I'm like, yo, like, give me that username that I want. I don't care if someone stole it. Just give me. Nobody.
At least
You
we
can
were
never
really
pick one
close to
that you
being the
want.
first ones.
It's like you either have to add a little bit of space or anything like that, or you have to add like no, listen. Somebody that stole my name that I wanted once had like a few followers. I'm like, do you even really need this name? I'm like, man, give me that name. Maybe I should just text him, give me that name, bro. That's my name. So I don't know, but yeah.
You know, some doctor's office called my uncle up because the last 4 digits in his phone number was 2020. And this ophthalmologist office called him up and was like, "We'll give you $2,000 for your phone number." And how do you say no to that? It's just a phone number, So he sold it to him for $2,000. I thought that was crazy. But
Wow.
like we
Really,
started off saying in the show, you never know what's going to happen. You just sort of have to roll with it and take advantage of the opportunities as they present themselves,
Yeah, hey, I mean, look, you can never plan it. Okay, let's see. Look, you could obviously plan it, but what of course happens is that, like, it just kind of goes on, right? Goes with the flow, right? There's some podcasts that I actually, been on, but that actually, of course, want it, uh, they of course want it, like, plan, but whatever happens kind of just happens, right? Some days we're talking about the weather, some days it's about like money or something like that, or like a war maybe, or all that other stuff, and science, animals, whatever. I mean, right? I mean, like, just like anything, right? Whatever is happening, I guess, right, in the world, we just kind of go on with it, right? So
That's right.
yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm going to have you back on soon, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
All right.
man. Always.
Have a good night. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yep, of course. See you later.
See ya. All right, guys. I told you it was going to be a lot of fun. That dude is can't miss. I'm telling you. Love that guy. So I want to announce who won last week, the book giveaway. That goes to a guy named Derek. I already emailed him to let him know that he won the flat. I thought I had that somewhere up here, but I guess it doesn't matter. No one else can win it now, so you don't need to see the book. But congratulations, Derek. And hopefully we should be back here next Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure who the guest will be, but we're going to have a good time. I promise you that. And hopefully you enjoyed this show. If you did, let me know. Leave something in the comments. And like I said, be back here next week, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I appreciate you guys listening, and take care.
Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about the show and leave a review. See you next time.